Again, Nyjah, due to a rib injury, will not be competing today, followed by Sean Malto, Luan Oliveira, Mikey Taylor, and P-Rod. And again, the top 8 ranked skaters will make it onto the championship at season's end. But Tony, taking a look at Heat 1, some interesting names so far.
Yeah, I'm always excited to see Basten Salabanzi. He's very unpredictable. It's usually all or nothing, but it's always exciting watching him. And the rest of these guys, Tom Asta squeezed into the finals in Barcelona, so we're excited to see him come through as well.
Yeah, Tom Asta has been really skating well as of late. Let's check out the course breakdown here for prelims day. We begin with the flow section, where each skater gets 2 45-second runs, and the best score counts. They can hit any obstacle on the course. We then move on to the impact section, each skater getting 5 attempts, and we count their 3 best scores. And that is how you get your prelim total score. We've got 3 heats of 5 guys, and Tom Asta getting ready to kick things off here in the flow section. It's tough, Tony. I think Tom Asta's got a lot of pressure because the bar hasn't been set yet for these first guys in the first heat to put down the scores on to know what's going to go on and move on to the final 8.
That's exactly what happened to him in Barcelona as well. He was in the first heat. He did really well. He kept getting knocked down, and then he was just on the edge of making the finals. And he managed to squeeze in. So good start already, though. See that these guys have planned their flow runs pretty well by now. So far, so good. Nolly Crooks and the big hubba. Oh no. Easiest trick is the one that kills him.
Tom Asta is averaging a 6.8 in the flow section, so he's skating this section really well this year.
Wow. Nolly heel flip, backside lip slide. Flip front forward. What a good run right there.
Hits the mani pad right in time. So his score will come in as we take another look.
Look at that. It's so clean right there.
So his score comes in at a 7.5, so well above his average, skating really well, hoping to get into a 3rd final this season. Here's Basten Salabanzi on his first attempt.
Like I said, Basten is unpredictable. He comes in hot. But he is capable. I've seen him play some of the hardest moves in contests.
The footprint of this course, Tony, it's a lot squattier, a lot smaller than what we've seen at other street league courses, but it seems like it's creating a much more flowable course.
Yeah, I think these guys like it. Missing that 360 flip. If he had made all of those tricks right there, that would have given probably the best score.
We take another look.
Look at that. Kick flip, backside tail slide.
So a 4.1 for Basten, but maybe a preview of what's to come on his second flow attempt. Here's Tommy Sandoval. Tommy battled injuries in Brazil. He wasn't able to skate there, but he did make it into Barcelona, and here he is now in Munich.
And these guys have got some difficult moves that they're doing in their flow round, which is a little more risky because they don't get as many tries.
Scores seemed up across the board in the Select Series yesterday, so I thought of only bigger things to come with the Street League pros out here today. And again, the top 8 from today's prelim will be qualifying to Sunday's final.
Oh, Tommy missing the nose blunt. Solid run up to that point.
Again, it's not just Nyjah Houston who's out. Ryan Sheckler also not skating today. Chaz Ortiz, Austin Gillette, Dylan Reeder isn't here. Very small field today at Street League Prelim. So 5.4, excuse me, for Tommy Sandoval. Here's Matt Miller trying to make his first X Games final.
Matt starting things off, going up the hubba and then right back down, nollie 50-50. may not look as difficult, but when you're going up those things, you got to ollie much higher, and gravity is against you. So the judges take that into consideration. Wow. It's these basic quarter pipe tricks these guys are struggling with.
Guys are having trouble in the quarter. Matt's just got popped for days. If he can put that consistency together, looks like he's going to call it a run. Again, each skater getting 2 attempts here in the flow section. We count the best score. There's Matt Miller's girlfriend cheering him on. A 2.5 for Matt. Up next, though, Billy Marks.
It looks like he's been practicing quite a bit here. There's backside Smith on the rail. Oh, almost not flipping his board there. You see them gently approach that quarter pipe now. Okay, I can do the frontside grind, it's okay. And then get to the hard trick.
Billy looked like he had room for one more. Double flip. He'll throw that in. Again, a 3.7 for Billy Marks, and we begin with attempts number 2 here in the flow section. Tom Asta with the commanding lead thus far, trying to improve upon that 7.5. It has been really neat to watch Asta grow this season as he's gotten his feet wet with the format. He was a rookie to this last year. He seems so much more comfortable and confident.
Nice. Molly Crooks on the big hubba. Making that quarter pipe pivot.
Closing in on the final 10 seconds.
Oh, look at that. Molly heel back lip every time. Crowd likes it. Nice. Frontside board slide. That was same line that he took on his first run. A couple of harder tricks.
Better.
Probably going to score better than the 7.5.
Take another look.
That's starting things off right here. Kick, flip, backside lip slide.
The judges agree with you, Tony. 7.8 for Asta. So Basten Salabanzi currently sitting in 3rd in heat number 1. As you said before, he's got that line. He's just got to execute.
Nice. Tail slide fakie right there. So far, so good. I hope he has this planned out. Oh, big backside flip. Hands down. I don't know if that's considered a fall necessarily, but it's not clean, so.
Closing in on 10 seconds here on Basten's second run in the flow.
Flip frontside board slide. Solid run, though. It's just a little bobble with the hands down.
Yeah. Heard that buzzer and said, no, probably shouldn't. So here he was, coming up over the stair set.
That backside flip.
Just couldn't hold on. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's his backside flip Bertelmann. Might have been.
Well, either way, he improves upon his score of 5.8 for Basten. Here's Tommy Sandoval on run number 2.
Looks like the run he wanted to do this first time. Nice lip slide all the way across the flat bar.
I think the most powerful skater out here in the field today.
Crooks,
it's clean so far.
He's still got time. That's almost as many tricks as anyone has done so far. Nice, nosebone slide. Oh, jumping off right at the end. I think it's going to be better score for him now.
Like we said, trying to best that 5.4, a 6.1 for Tommy.
That was just ejected right there.
So that jumps Tommy back up into second. Here's Matt Miller sitting in fifth, trying to best that 2.5. Goes. Again, these guys aren't just skating against their own heat. There's 2 other heats following it. You just want to be in that top 8 when the dust settles.
Nice. Ollie nose grind. Looking good here for Matt Miller. Oh, no. He's got Ollie front board again. Same thing he missed in the last round, but he only has 1 fall this time.
Trying to build up speed for 1 more. But we take another look.
Looking good right there on that nose grind. Right here, he's trying to go to frontside blunt slide. Didn't quite get all the way over it.
Well, either way, it's a 5.6, effectively doubling his score from his previous run. He'll take that one as he jumps up to 4th. Here's Billy Marks trying to best a 3.7.
Here is where Billy had trouble in his last run. Nice. Kickflip frontside 5-0. He's going to run out of time here on the top. Looks like he's going to take one last attempt though. It's 50. It's a good run.
Yeah. Billy's been averaging a 4.6 in the flow section. We'll see if the judges score him anywhere near that. How about a 6.4, jumping all the way up into 2nd place?
Right there, a little toe drag, but that works. Look at his back foot barely got on the tail.
So the flow section is officially in the books for heat number 1. As we take a look, it's Tom Asta in a real commanding lead, skating very well in the flow. Billy Marks there jumping up in the end. To earn their trip here, huh? I don't know how you pay them their allowance, but their chores even go over to X Games. Tony's busy, though, just mingling with German bakers, it looks like.
He made the whole thing out of fudge. It's a fudge cake.
Amazing. There's photos there before actually...
I came right from the bakery to here.
We're like, where's Tony? And then he said, here's where I am. And you were keeping busy today. Also playing photog at the impact section. Yeah, these guys are out there practicing. Hey. So there we are, checking out the...
that was it. We got the shot, then we're out. That's Brandon and I right there.
So we're having some fun out here today. But it is heat number 1. That is getting ready for the impact section. And it's just, we're having fun out here, Tony. I like Munich, man.
Busy, yes.
My first time here.
A lot of skate fans here, too.
And you got to bring out the whole fam, which is really rad.
I did, yeah. Is it rad? It's exhausting.
I guess
it's fun. No, we've had a blast.
So already heat 1, getting ready for the impact section. It's clear. It looks like Tom Asta's in a class of his own thus far. So as we get ready, again, remember, each of the skaters getting 5 attempts. We count the 3 top scorers. Here's Tom Asta currently in the lead.
And there you go. Switch tail slide fakie.
A 4.9 for Asta. Up next, Basten Salabanzi. And again, this is where you see the strategy come into play, Tony. It's important that they land these tricks early and get some points on the board.
Yeah, that's usually not in Bastian's plan, though.
No.
Just to play it safe early.
Going big.
It's just to risk it all the time.
Is all you will find in his repertoire. Here is Tommy Sandoval. He sits in 3rd place.
Nice. Frontside flip over the haba.
Tommy with that clean flip trick. A 7.4. Take another look. Clear some space here.
makes it look pretty easy, even though it's over the biggest obstacle here.
Here's Matt Miller.
Oh, Matt Miller, nollie over the lava. Had it too, right there.
So Miller doesn't get a score there, but you see just a little bit of that extraordinary pop that Matt Miller has. Here's Billy Marks. He sits in third.
Nollie 260.
Guys seem to be having a little trouble staying on their board here in the impact section. Here's Tom Asta.
Ooh, kickflip nose grind. Clean. Tom's just lining him up, knocking him down here.
So taking another look, an 8.1 for Tom Asta. And you are seeing his game plan become a reality. So consistent Tom Asta has become. Here's Basten.
Oh, are they going to count that?
A little sketchy landing.
Half cab kickflip.
The judges will probably give him some points for that, but there was a hand slap. 6.3.
Yeah, he needed that hand down, or it wasn't going to happen.
Here's Tommy Sandoval on his second attempt.
Oh, missing that nose one slide again. He was having a hard time with that in the flow run as well.
There's Matt Miller.
Ollie over the hubba. Looked like he took a more straight angle on that one.
We'll see how the judges score that for him. A 5.0, but covers a lot of ground.
Yeah, that's what he's looking for.
Here's Billy Marks, who bailed on his first attempt.
Ollie 260 again.
It's always tough, Tony, when guys kick away the same trick a couple times in a row. You know, how many times are they going to go back to it, knowing they need some points on the board?
Also considering that they probably had that planned as one of their sure things, and then they get stuck on it.
There's Asta, your current leader, with his first miss in the section. Basten Salabanzi, attempt number 3.
Look for a kickflip back to tail slide.
So no score for Basten there. It's Tommy Sandoval, already got a 7.4.
Nice. Nollie, frontside board slide. You don't see people do straight board slides on those hubbas very much. I guess they consider it more old school, but I'm a fan.
A 5.9 for Tommy as we see that one more time. It's Matt Miller.
Nollie nose grind. Little hand slap.
Matt's been going the nollie route. So after a 5.0 on his second attempt, we see him trying to hold on. A 5.5 for him there.
Right here, he kind of got a wheel bite on his front truck, and that forced his whole body forward. Almost, Billy Marks almost with the nollie inward heel flip.
So that is Billy's third straight miss.
That looked like one that he was pretty confident with too. Nollie heel flip, crooked grind. Tom Asta needs another make here.
Yeah, Tom's got 2 misses, so he cannot afford another one, although he is still in the lead. Here's Basten Salabanzi.
Basten with a fakie, kickflip, but again with his hands down. I don't know if they're going to count it. He catches it so high.
So
they kind of counted it.
Yeah, that looks like they give him points. 1.7 for Basten. Here's Tommy Sandoval. Very clean for Tommy. He averages a 7.1 in the impact section. That one gets him a
That was solid right there.
4.6. As we said, it's a much shorter course. It's like as you're landing, that's not the greatest view of it there, but you've got to avoid the cameraman. There's Matt Miller. He's already got a couple makes.
Oh, nollie nose excellent slide. Sliding out there on the flat.
I think he might try and come back for that on his 5th and final attempt. Here's Billy Marks needing a make.
There it is, not heel. It seems like such an obvious go-to for him. That it's almost like it was his safety trick.
Yeah.
And now he's struggling.
4 consecutive misses. Here's Tom Asta needing a make.
There's a tail slide. Now that is a strategy right there.
That's
he
it.
needed another make. And he probably has noticed that not too many of the other guys have 3 makes.
So a 4.8. Definitely would have liked to have done better here in the impact section, but he'll take it as he stays in front of heat number 1. Here's Basten Salabanzi. He's only got 2 makes.
Oh, kickflip. I saw him do that in a competition in Paris, and then he made that, and in his next attempt did a cap double flip and made that. And then he took off his shirt and took in the crowd.
Yeah, I was going to say, when did the shirt come off? Here's Tommy Sandoval.
Going for that backside 180 nose grind.
So Tommy stays in second in the heat, and his day is over. Here's Matt Miller, currently sitting in 3rd.
Nice. Nose blind. Almost sliding out, too. But coming through. And that will be his 3rd make.
Yeah, he needed that one. A 6.9 as we take another look. And the crowd, hooting his lady. Gotta give props. So rounding it out here for heat number 1, Billy Marks in search of his first make.
Cap kickflip.
Billy Marks goes 0 for 5. A disappointing impact section for him. And heat 1 is officially in the books. So Tom Asta, although not the impact section that he was probably looking for, was able to land 3 tricks. And therefore, he does hold a lead over Tommy Sandoval and Matt Miller. So when we come back, heat number 2.